You're welcome once again, guys. You're on to Softmax Mass Academy. This is the first tutorial on foundation of design. Now, um, we don't want to just go into application. I just kind of sit down and look at many of us. We before we talk about designing, we just go into using the application like Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, CorelDRAW, and so that we don't want to do that in Softmax. We want to know the foundation of designing. We want to look at the concept of designing. That's why we are having this particular program for you. So first and foremost, we have to understand what is designing. Now, with what you see here, we said designing in now is the creation or construction of an object or a system. So we have to understand what designing is really all about. Now, construction of an object can form a design or a system. Your object can be anything. Your object can be clothes. Your object can be a lot, just in any dimension. Anything you could just sit down and construct can be a design. While system can either be, it's not mainly be a computer, PC. It can be anything, even an organization. You can form a design for an organization. So that's what design is in now. In verb, we said it's art of design or designing. That is, when we say verb, it's like something that you're doing. Like that's what designing. That's what we could call of some of us think of when you're talking of design. You talk of clothes, wears, fashion, and that. So, art of doing what, art of creating an object and system will form what you're designing. So that's what the design is all about. Now we have various profession of design. We have the fashion designing. This is just three out of them. We have the print and we have the web. We'll be looking at, actually we will be going to fashion because I'm not really good at fashion, but we'll be looking at web. We'll be talking about printing because when we're talking about printing, we mainly deals with colors, resolution, modes, and that. And we also web on. We'll also be talking about that. Fashion, we just give you a little idea. On every one of them, we still follow the same principle of design. Whether you're a fashion designer, you are an architect, you're a print designer, you're a web designer, you also need to know the foundation of designing. Every principle that is being applied to form their products or services of design is still the same principle that is applicable to all other professions. So for fashion designer, a particular soldier army came to you as a fashion designer that, oh, I want to design my wear to fit in with the environment, that is to fit in with the bush. The soldiers armies, they go into the bush or they go into they go into the forest. What you see there is mainly green. The designer now sit down as a fashion designer. How can I create this thing to fit in with the environment? He now create something greenish. You can see design is more of creativity. What is already on ground? Yes. So what is already on ground? There must be something on ground. Then you modify. You modify what is already on ground. You can see the soldiers. It now what the fashion designer creates a new uniform. Not really new. You just need to add some pattern to it to fit in with what your environment. Now, designing is not what has been just created. It has been existent in the early man days. Look at what the early man does to what to for their weapon. They create the first thing. They create a stick with stone that is not really sharp. But later they find out that this is not really sharp. How would I make it to be what really sharp, they create a stone, they bend it in form of axe. You see, designing is a kind of thing that you create to modify, yes, that word, to modify what is already existing. So you can see they come about on that thing until they grow. Now another mistake people make, they compare designer with artist. Artist is not designer, or artist is not what, an artist is not a designer. But we can put it other way. Designing or designer can be what, an artist. Please don't. An artist is let me give you a scenario with this box. We have square, we have a rectangle. A square cannot be what, a rectangle. A square can is equals to a rectangle, but a rectangle can never be what, a square. Yes, so that's how it is. You see, an artist can can is not what, a designer, but a designer can be an artist. So that's what, a designer is equals to what, an artist. An artist is not what, a designer. So this is just the foundation of what we want to learn today. In the next class for foundation of designing, we look more. We look at the history of designing. We see what previous designers have done to work to make their work better, and we look at some of the concepts of designing that we want to make. Thank you once again. Please make sure you click on the subscribe button if you like this video, and we see you in the next class.